The League of Women Voters started monitoring campaign financing in Alameda during the November 2018 election and posting the totals on our website and easily in graphics that portray the information easily to the members of the public. Is this better? Okay, sorry about that. This gave us additional insight into the use of money in elections. The expenditures have been rising. The 5 candidates spent a total of $216,271 in that November election. One council candidate spent over $85,000. Almost 53% of contributions to the city council candidates came from people and organizations not located in the city of Alameda. Slightly over 56% came from individuals, with the rest coming from special interest groups, including unions, businesses, and political campaigns and PACs. 54% of donations to the city council members were $1,000 or more. We found a similar pattern in other races. The level of campaign contribution and expenditure gives rise to a number of concerns. High average campaign spending discourages candidates without established funding sources from entering races. Large donations can generate an arms race where each candidate seeks to maximize spending to avoid being overwhelmed by the competition. This is particularly a problem when we get involved with attack ads and negative campaigning. Large donors may exert influence on those candidates they help to elect by putting the donors' interests ahead of their constituents. Alameda is the only city of its size in Alameda County that has no rules that limit donations on expenditures. There are no restrictions on the sources of funds, no mandates that funding sources be identified in ads and publications and on lawn signs. The FPPC suggests, but does not mandate this. Different cities in the Bay Area have implemented a variety of approaches to address these concerns. Among these policies are limit on donations by individuals or organizations, for example, $700 per candidate per election cycle. Ban donations from certain types of entities, lobbyists, developers, city contractors, and the like. Set ceilings on expenditures, a flat amount or so much per registered voter. Replace at-large elections with district races to lower the costs for candidates to run. Mandate disclosure of funding sources on all campaign materials, flyers, pamphlets, ads, and lawn signs, with stricter regulations than those imposed by the FPPC. Provide public funding to support the election process, such as paying for candidates' statements in ballot packages, establishing a website where all candidates can post materials, or establishing a pool of funds that candidates who agree to spending limitations can draw from. Establish disclosure and conflict of interest rules of elected officials prohibiting their voting on issues that affect their major contributors. Serious concerns have been raised about attempts to control campaign contributions through one or more of these methods. These issues are complex, and there's no consensus among cities as to which are most effective elements, so selecting one or more as a solution to the problem would be difficult. Tighter controls on campaign expenditures may drive campaign financing underground, encouraging the increased use of dark money that is spent on independently on behalf of candidates and measures without disclosing the source. Campaign contributions are a form of free speech and should not be limited. Transparency, making it clear to the electorate where each candidate or measure's funding is coming from, may be sufficient to address the problems without campaign limits. The questions before you tonight are you concerned enough about the influence of campaign contributions on city governance to suggest some limits should be put on them? If so, is this something that should go into the city charter or be dealt with by the City Council or through an public initiative. If it should be considered for the charter, should the proposed amendments specify a solution or mandate a process by which a range of solutions could be studied and recommended to the council or the electorate? Thank you very much.